Okay, so I am going to do a proper video. I'm here because the lighting on the table sucks, so this is kind of maybe a little bit better. So while I was doing the live just now a few minutes ago, I got something on my phone that came just fresh news from the oven of bullshit that today at 4:30 p.m. In court they're letting Esme proceed. Boo, I know. This doesn't mean that she's going to win even a tiny bit. Letting her proceed might just be a good thing for all of us and for Manson because he can actually show and go through the process, which it can be scary and it's gonna be public and it's gonna make all of us really mad, right? Um, and it's gonna be embarrassing for her as well because she's such a liar. But she's not only not been dismissed. People need to stop saying that she has been dismissed, but she's being led into proceed. She's being led. She's like they're opening the doors for her to proceed. It don't mean that there's a hearing date. It doesn't mean that there's any claims of punishment or no bonds, nothing, no settlements. She's just being led to proceed. She can proceed. You can change your mind and say, "Oh, I changed my mind. I don't want to proceed anymore," because let's say the person gave you money, or you change your mind or whatever. She's not going to change her mind. This is what she's been wanting to do since freaking for what, last 7 months. So it is not a coincidence, I think, that this came out today and yesterday, like only 12 hours ago. Instagram, Evan was on Instagram being a manic mess and posting, telling people, urging her fans to call the police and do an investigation and complain about Manson and keep the pressure on. Those were her words. Keep the pressure on. We need your help. She wrote that. We need your help. We, it's like her and all the coven of the witches. And anyway, they need our help. Okay. No, you don't. Because if you actually were with the truth, you had the truth on your side, Evan, you don't need nobody's help. You wouldn't be like on Instagram, Twitter, and why not asking for help, begging for help from us peasants. If you were, honest and you have the truth on your hand, you don't need my help. Why would you need my help? So she's really trying to stir the pot. Evan, Rachel Wood, is trying to do that, which, she's been the mastermind of this thing for so damn long. It's been not a year, but it's been like 10 months of this BS. 9 to 10 months of this. And okay, fun fact is that she never called the cops on him. She never filed a restraining order. She never filed a temporary or a permanent restraining order, nothing. She never called the cops on him when they were together. And she actually didn't file a police report at the police station in California either. So you have her stirring the pot and being the puppeteer of these women. And you have Ashley Walters, Ashley Morgan, and Esme Bianco and Jane Doe. They did file. And I'm not saying they're better than Evan, but at least they did the work. They did. They filed the paperwork against him. But Evan never did. All she's doing is complaining from her living room. Well, I'm doing the same thing, but going to bars and singing songs and flipping the camera off and smiling and just trying to start shit. That's the type of person she is. That's the type of woman she is. Like you don't want a girlfriend like that, a female friend or a girlfriend or wife like that. You don't, because she's just so self-absorbed. So it has to be about her constantly. Girl, like things are happening. Free Britney is way more important. It is. I'm not laughing. Britney Spears is way more important. Okay. There's cases out there. There's people dying. There's people coming from Afghanistan here to California. We're gonna get, I think, 2,000 200, I think 2,200 people, refugees, are coming in November. I'm not joking. This is like real shit. This is like real fucking life. Okay, real crimes happening. People getting their villages bombed. Okay, and people getting killed, and all that stuff that you said that happened to you actually happening in a lot of the countries, but we don't know because we don't even know where those countries are, because we don't even know how to look on a map, because we're Americans, so we're too cool. Dude, it's happening everywhere, and she's sitting in her living room posting on Instagram, we need your support, we need your help. Like, this is not even a real problem. Like, it's really not, like, let the court decide if Manson is guilty or not. Okay? Let the court decide. Don't just go on Instagram going like, please, I urge you, we need your help. I'm urging you to call the... She's telling us to go and call the district attorney. I wonder how many times that she called. Did she actually make this phone calls that she said she made? Because at least the other people, the other chicks, at least they file a report. At least they did something. Because there's a case number. So when there's case numbers, that means there's cases. And they're all civil, they're not criminal, but there's 4 active cases right now. And none of them have Everett Wood name on it. So she's just being such a lazy bum, pretty much. Telling people from her house, on her iPhone, please complain for me. How is she treating her fans like that? I mean, really embarrassed. She should be embarrassed of herself. Like, there's real shit going on in the planet at this moment. And for her to just, it's always about her. And it's always about her and him. Always. Like, well, not always. Sometimes she posts crap on her mom and on her ex and the father of her child. So it's not just about Manson, but mostly about Manson, like 99% of the stuff. And what are you doing, Evan? Are you going to shelters to help women? Are you doing any type of charity work? I know Amber did, and I'm not defending her because she's disgusting, but Amber Heard did some charity work. I wonder what Evan did. Evan, Esme, actually, I want somebody, if you guys know, to send me a link or something. If Evan or Esme, and mostly Evan, ever did any charity work. And I'm not talking about going to an award ceremony and getting an award for being bisexual. That doesn't count. Awards for being bisexual doesn't count. Being awarded because you're bisexual or because you're straight or because you're gay is fucking dumb. So that doesn't count. I'm talking about real work. Like, when Johnny Depp was working in the hospitals and stuff and he was doing charity work. Stuff like that. Did she ever done that? I don't think so. I think it's all being done from her couch. Just like me right now. But I'm not blaming anybody of anything so horrible and trying to destroy this person's life. Seriously, like, she has no shame. Okay, so again, updated today, 4:30 p.m. today, Thursday. The District Court of California is allowing former Game of Thrones actress Esme Bianco a lawsuit to proceed. And I'm reading it. I wish I was making it up, but I'm not. So they're allowing her to proceed, and this is what they want him to do. I will post the link after so you can read it without me. I'm going on a tangent and going like a hamster on a wheel over and over because this stuff makes me so mad. So we know what his lawyer said. The claims are false, and blah blah blah, which we know. But then there's something interesting here. Okay. Esme Bianco, on multiple occasions, she states that the detailed complaint filed in federal court in California, blah blah blah, and came from Brian Warner with her Richard Brian Warner from 2009 to 2013. She's adding more time now. It was not 2013. It was 2009 to 2012, I thought. Anyway, Mr. Warner, our APD Bianco, and our in or around May 2011. In or around. Hey, when did you get assaulted? I don't know. I guess it was like in or out around May or July. I'm not sure. In, what the fuck that means? In or around May 2011. Bianca was well aware of the violence Mr. Warner could dole out if she fought back, having been on the receiving end of his temper many times. They're trying to say this is why she didn't speak earlier. They're trying to put in your head that I knew he was so crazy and so violent, so I knew that if I speak, I would just get a consequence and a punishment even bigger. So they're trying, the media's going to try to put that in all of our heads. That the reason that she didn't say anything and she didn't do anything, it wasn't because of her memory was gone. That's what the other chicks are trying to pull out, the whole I lost my memory, amnesia thing. But Esme is not talking about memory. Esme's saying that she was too afraid to say anything because the things that she saw him doing to other people and that he's capable of doing. Remember, because he's a big bad wolf and all that. He also supplied drugs to Miss Bianco and deprived her of sleep and food. We know this. Okay, so she's suing Manson, and she's also suing Tony Kula, the management company. Oh my God, karma. Because those people drop him after 25 years of a work relationship. They drop Manson on the spot. And now they're being sued as well by her. So it's almost like, it's ironic because you dropped the guy because you were so concerned about your persona, how you were going to look, because you don't want to be affiliated with Manson, so you drop him, and now you've been sued, Tony Kula. Dumbass. Anyway, I'm sorry. I get so frustrated because I don't understand how these people live with themselves. Like, I really don't. I mean, I guess there's worse things in life. There's worse people out there. There is. But, I mean, I'm just talking about these people right now. Okay, I'm kidding. I'm trying to get to the end of this. Well, she says that she deals with post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, panic attacks, and insomnia. This is what she says. She says that she has this. So, her being led to proceed, that is a good thing for him because now he is being led to answer. So, if you ask me, if somebody was talking shit, if I want that person to be dismissed or I want to go to trial, I want to go to trial. And that's not like everybody's the same. But I feel like he is that type of person. And I think, none of us want this to be vague over his head for the rest of his life. It was dismissed, but maybe it was true. It was dismissed or it was settled privately like they did with Michael Jackson so many times, but maybe it was true. It's better to go to court, and it's gonna hurt. It's gonna be one of those Amber Johnny Depp situations probably for years and years. But at least to clean your name. You don't have to clean your name with us, right? He doesn't have to. But if they're dismissed, there's always going to be this fog around him. People thinking, well, we don't know he did or not because back in 2021 it was dismissed. I think going to court right now might just be the best option. And it's scary. It's very scary, and it's stressful as fuck, and it might be really stressful for him. But it's better. It's better than just being in a fog and letting people think whatever they want to think. So the whole dismissal thing with Esme is not happening. She's not being dismissed. Also, she's been encouraged to proceed. And also the one thing about Evan that she posted yesterday, I know I'm playing this again, but I just did it on the live video, but I don't know if I actually recorded anything, or if it's gonna be blocked because I was using somebody else's sound. Nobody from YouTube, somebody from Metal Injection, which I hate them anyway. So I was like, might as well just use stuff from people that I don't like, right? So I'm gonna try to find it again. But pretty much what Evan did, she posted yesterday on Instagram, urging us, the peasants, the poor people, urging us to go fight her fight, pretty much, and call the district attorney and to do this and do that. Do it because we need to keep pressure on Brian Warner. Do it, she said. We need your help. And I'm reading it. This is what she posted. Oh my God, this woman. She never sees to it. Like, she never, I mean, one thing, she keeps me on my toes. Because, like, the moment that I think that maybe she just went to sleep, you know, maybe she's resting her pretty head. No, she comes back with something ridiculous like this. Again, I'm going to say it every time in all my videos. Evan never called the cops on Manson. She never made that call. She never filed a restraining order on him. She never filed a police report on him. It's not, if she did, I will believe her, but it will be something to go, you know, it will be some type of an effort. But she never did. Instead, she got all these women doing her dirty work, and now she's posted this yesterday on Instagram. So what's going on? Somebody says. I hate that, but and this is kind of how it's gonna go. He said, I heard, she told me that he said that he done this. I know, it's frustrating. It really is. Actress Rachel Wood is encouraging her followers on Instagram to reach out to the LAPD and the district attorney in California and LA. Oh, I know, these people suck. I know, Lily. We do not like Evan. No, we don't. Are you just gonna stay there? She's so cute. Get on my shoulder. Get on it. I don't. Do whatever you want. Kitten. Oh my gosh, she's so cute. Why are you so cute? Puts a smile on my face. Even when I'm talking about Evan Rachel Wood, I can still smile because my cat is awesome. So she's encouraging the followers to reach out to LAPD. After a California judge recently dismissed a lawsuit, we know Jane Doe, Chloe Black dismissed, okay? Esme, not dismissed, okay? So this is what's going on. So I'm just reading it from Metal Injection and the way I'm not a writer, so I can get away with being like, oh, I don't know, I'm not a writer, whatever. But these people are supposed to be journalists, they're supposed to be writers, and the way they actually put things down in their wording and their mental gymnastics they go through just to put a fucking this big article, and you don't even understand it in any language you can speak, you're still not gonna understand it because it's so vague, because they want it to be vague, because they want you to ask yourself, oh, maybe he's guilty. This is what they want you to do. That's why they're leaving everything very vague and very open. It's not because they don't know anything else. It's a trick. It's a trick, because if you leave it open, you leave it vague, then people are gonna fill it up with their own demons and their own you know, experiences and our own troubles. We're just gonna fill it on the holes. That's what they're doing. They're leaving it very open and very vague, and that is a trick. I don't think for a second that's just chance. It's a trick. So the media starts putting their story on him. It's like, oh, I feel this is speaking to me. I feel like something like this happened to me. Something like this happened to me. Something like this happened to my mom, to my sister. And then we all get in this massive hysteria, because that's exactly what it is. Like, you know, Salem witches and stuff. We're all gonna start believing something because somebody said that happened to them. And you know, there's a lot of people that this happened to them, like Lady Gaga, Kesha, all the people in the music industry. This happened to them, and it's hard. It's fucking sucks. It's evil. But this didn't happen to Evan. I just don't believe it for a second. I never did. I never believed it, and I'm not gonna believe it now. No matter how many times she gets on Instagram and starts urging people. She used that word, I urge you. So supposedly she told the plaintiff about a time. Somebody told plaintiff is Jane Doe, Chloe Black, about a time that he got Richard Wood tied up to a chair and pointed a gun to her head. She said that he considered killing her, but then he decided to be merciful and he didn't do it. In light of this revelation, Evan encouraged her social media followers to contact law enforcement. If you are outraged by the lack of movement from the law enforcement, please call the district attorney or LAPD, and then she put the numbers in there. She actually put the phone numbers. What a crazy bitch. And ask, what is being done about Brian Warner? ? We need to keep the pressure on. We need your help. Quote, end quote. We need to keep the pressure on. We need your help. She also provided the phone numbers. Evan, that's so cute. She provided the phone numbers. We're not capable of looking shit up, by ourselves. You have to provide me the number, Evan. She provided the numbers, and she's very desperate. She's very desperate. The fact that Esme was led to proceed today, and this happened a day ago with Evan on Instagram, I don't know if might just be a coincidence, because those things do happen like that, like weird synchronicity. But maybe they just knew and they were just talking to each other. So this is based on somebody told her this. Somebody told her that Yara wants to kill her. She said. It's bullshit. But I just can't believe that she posted this. If you are outraged about the lack of movement, please call law enforcement. You need to do that. Could you just go by yourself? You just put your shoes on, go walk your dog. It's probably nice outside, and go to the police station and do your own work instead of sending your followers to do it for you. Literally followers to do it for you. It's so dirty. And it's really messed up because she's playing really dirty games with the girls that follow her. Mostly the women and the young girls that follow her. She's playing a very dirty game with their minds. She's pretty much telling them to do her dirty work. And again, when somebody there's not even proof. It's not even like the Johnny Depp case that still there's no proof that Johnny did what Amber said that he did, right? But he already has a thing on the UK. He's already been found, not guilty, but on the whole wife beater thing. He's, at least, but Manson, this is not even a criminal case. Johnny Depp is a criminal case. This is not a criminal case. So when she's saying, what is being done about Brian Warner? We need your help. We need to pressure on. We need your help. Please pressure on. Please keep pressure on. Please, we need your help. We're talking about a lawsuit that is civil. It's like an eviction notice. Like when you go to the courthouse, in person, that will not work these days, but you go to the website. I put it on my last video last time. In the description, I actually put the whole link and the date of the hearing and the time in November and the address of the courthouse if you want to go. You want to show up and show your love, or you want to bring some chocolates for Marilyn Manson's lawyer. Maybe you want to do that. And it's really easy to get that information. You just go to the court website and search under case civil, and then you put Jane Doe versus Brian Warner, and it shows up. It pops right up. If you want a print, and if you want to read the details and you want to print it out, then you gotta pay $1 a page, which I think is worth it because I've done that. And it will be maybe $30 for the whole thing. But if you want to read just the overview of the case without the details, because we already know the details, it's there. And it wouldn't be there if it was a criminal suit. It's there because it's a civil. So it's different than Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp has a criminal suit in his hands. It sucks, and I think I think it's gonna be okay with him. But I'm always like, Amber is such a little rat. You never know. She could be just like right there, subpoena everybody and asking for drug records and medication records and this and that, and asking for every conversation that Johnny had for the last 20 years. So she's the queen of doing dirty work like that. So I'm kind of worried about Johnny, and I'm not being negative. I'm just being real. I'm kind of worried because she's so good at what she does. She's good. She's smart. That's what I can say about these people. I think these people are dumb, but I think Amber Heard is intelligent, and that's what it makes her very, very dangerous, because she is a smart narcissistic person. Then there's some people like Evan and Esme and Ashley. They're really full of themselves. They're self-absorbed, and they're very egotistic, but I would not call it they're not smart. This seems like a big master plan, but it's not really that smart if you think about it. Because if they were smart, they would have produced pictures and stuff, even if it's fake. They would have produced it by now. They had 12 years to do it. So as much as we would like to think that Evan is this big master puppeteer, I feel like she lacks of personality and like smart, and maybe she'd read a lot of books or whatever, but she doesn't have any street smart. She doesn't. She's socially awkward because she's always been antisocial. She never even went to school, which, okay, school sucks, and school is full of bullies and full of assholes. But at least when you go to school or you go to any type of activities, it doesn't have to be school. It can be dance, it could be soccer, football, whatever, art. You build character. You build character because you relate to the people, and you build character. Sometimes you get beat up on the face by some bully, or sometimes maybe you are the bully, but you build character some type of way. Evan never had that happening to her because she went from daddy's house to Hollywood. She never had a chance to build her personality. She has a job pretending to be somebody else constantly. So she's a very interesting case. But one thing I tell you, she's not smart. She's not. This whole thing is gonna blow on their face. I don't know when. Might just take a couple years, honestly, but it will. And she looks like an asshole. She looks like an asshole. This is her post. That is her on Instagram. That's her Instagram, and that's her post. See? I don't make stuff up for views. I don't do that. I'm just telling you what happened. I'm telling the truth. I'm telling you the news. It is not that great, but it's not that bad either. And like I said, at least my opinion. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you really think about this. Would you rather go to trial and have people investigating the crap out of your life than somebody, been dismissed and nobody knowing ever if you did that, you did it or not? If you did this horrible acts to people or not because they were dismissed. I'd rather go to trial. My bra is showing. Sorry. I'd rather go to trial. But that's because I'm that type of bitch. I'd rather go to trial. So trials are, especially when people that you used to love, and I think he did love her. Esme, I'm talking about. It's hard, and it's gonna be super stressful for him and for her, but it's better than to have this whole well, we just paid you money, you were dismissed and you went away, and then this fog for the rest of his life. People may well, maybe he did it, but it was dismissed. No, this way, if there's a trial, then we're gonna know for sure, and there's gonna be evidence that she's lying through her teeth. I don't know how she's going to prove the what you call it, the immigration status, that he was a threat. He was a threat to her immigration status. Because Manson can do that. Manson is such a pimp, he can just call immigration and be like, hey, yo, immigration? Yeah, it's Manson. Well, yeah, this bitch, send her back to the UK. No, he can't do that. Nobody can do that besides immigration or the FBI. Not even a regular cop. That's why cops don't even ask what your status is, mostly because they cannot do nothing about it. Only immigration can do something about immigration. Is that clear? Ask me. So I don't know in England, but here you can be the biggest rock star, the biggest movie star, but you don't go and tell immigration what to do, or the FBI or the CIA or any of these big agencies. The cops is one thing. The agencies is a different thing. So for her to say the Manson was a threat to her immigration status is so damn silly. So I don't know how she's gonna prove that one. I don't know how she's gonna prove the blackmail. I don't know how she's gonna prove the emotional abuse. She might be able to just get some emails out of her butt, and whatever. But she's not gonna be able to prove the human trafficking, because there's proof that she actually got those tickets and moved here, and there's interviews of her in 2011 2012, those 2 years, that she's talking on TV happy about living in LA now, and just looking forward, towards the future, and being happy that she relocated to LA. There's interviews out there that her saying that. So that's not human trafficked, Esme. But even if it's so dumb, and in our head it sounds like science fiction, at least this way she's gonna have her time in court to talk, and he's gonna have his time to talk. And I'm really looking forward to that. Even I know it's stressful as fuck, but I think it's better than people not knowing because something got dismissed or somebody was paid off. That happens a lot. Like what happened with Michael Jackson was like that. Michael Jackson did or did not. I'm not gonna say what I think. My point is that we're never gonna know for sure, because so many people were paid off. So many people were paid off, and so many cases were dismissed, that it's like, he passed away and still people don't even know. So I think I know, but I'm not gonna say, because I'm not gonna talk about Michael Jackson, but I think I know if he's guilty or innocent, if he was. And it's very sad, because you are dead, and then because so many cases were dismissed or paid off, then people are never going to know, and you're never going to be able to clean your name. So it's very sad what happened to Michael Jackson. Very sad. And I don't want that to happen to Manson. I don't want a bunch of cases being dismissed and people thinking that he's buying the cases, or then, these women are dismissed because they're very scared, and he's this big bad wolf that he controls the justice system. Nobody does. Nobody. They don't care. The judge doesn't care who you are. Like the judge, maybe he heard of Marilyn Manson, maybe he never even saw your face. They don't care. Like, you literally, look what happened to Britney Spears. You literally can be the biggest person. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, they're still going on divorce and in a custody battle for 6 years. You know why? Because the judge in LA does not care if you are Angelina or Brad Pitt. He doesn't care. He's making them go back over and over for custody, and they're not giving her what she wants because they don't care who she is. They care about the facts, the proof, the what's good for the children. Period. So this is the same with Manson. Manson is not going to be able to just like doing the justice because he's Manson. He's not that big. When you think about the justice system, especially in California, they're not easy to buy. They're not. They're really not. It's not that simple. You have to go and prove yourself. And I think it's better to prove yourself than to not prove yourself. So, well, those are the news. That's it. That's all I got. Esme's been led to proceed. Evan was on Instagram urging people to help her out. Isn't it funny? Oh gosh. And seriously, she post that, and then the caption says, "Swipe for the phone numbers to call. Leave a message if you have to." Ask, what is being done in the case against Brian Warner? She's telling us what to do. Like, girl, seriously, people are dying. I mean, right? So yeah, so that's it. And I'm going to put the link down on the description thing so you can just read it. You don't have to just hear it from my normal voice, but you also can read it if you want to. I know I'm kind of like whatever because I'm sitting on my couch today because why not? Guess the light is a little bit brighter. It's a lot of shadows. Maybe I just made up a bruise right here. Maybe this is what I think allegedly that Amber did. She was looking at herself in the mirror once and she was like, wait, look, there's this like bump right here and this shadow right here. Oh, maybe I can just, because it's that easy, guys. It's that easy. Scary. So if you are in a type of situation like this, what do you do again? You go and get a restraining order, okay? You don't wait. You don't gossip. You don't get a bunch of ex-girlfriends from the same guy and start gossiping. You don't get on Instagram or Facebook and urge people to help you. You go and file a report by yourself with your little feet, go all the way to the police station. But she won't do it. And this is what I'm telling you, she's not that smart. People are giving her way too much credit. Even the Manson people are saying, oh, she's not that smart. She's not. She's showing herself so desperate. I mean, she's talking about a guy that she said wanted to kill her, was plotting to murder her. But this is the same guy that she has no problem singing about him and flipping off when she says these words, Marilyn Manson, in the song, and smirks. Smiles, glowing. This is the person that tried to kill you, isn't it? That's so sus. That's beyond. That is not a person who's traumatized. I mean, I know that we have a lot of different ways to show trauma and a lot of different ways to show strength, and some people show weakness at the opposite of, you just doing everything is backward. Like I can show you that I'm weak, but I'm really, really, strong, and I can show you that I'm strong, but I'm really, really weak. So maybe we can say maybe she's doing one of those things. No, she doesn't have so many. She's not an onion. Amber is more of an onion. Amber is a master of the brain. As much as I hate to say it, I hate her, but she's a master. She's really good at what she does. That's why she's been able to do all this whole thing. It's sad, but that's the reason. These girls, women, witches, creatures of nature, I found it so selfish and egotistic and such a coward thing to do, Evan, to tell your followers to call the cops. I mean, that's messed up. Anyway, there's other things in the world that are more important, like Britney Spears. Free Britney. Yes, free Britney. It's gonna happen. And next month also, Manson is gonna go. Better not Manson. He's attorney. I don't even know if anybody's gonna show up because they do everything on Zoom, on video chat these days. But the court date I posted on my last video, and I gave you the room number. Even if you want to go, I'm not going to. But the address is there, and the time of the day and the date. So if you feel like going by and just bringing some chocolates, you can. And that is going to be for Jane Doe. And I do think that's going to be dismissed because, and like I said, there's no brain injury. We've all been saying that over and over. Yeah. So when a celebrity asks you to urge you to do something, don't do it. Like, don't do it. Just don't. Like, doesn't matter who it is, even if it's somebody that you like. And she really thinks that people is really fucked up because she is messing with this little girl's mind. Like, if you go to Evan's profile, most of her followers are what? They're females. They're younger than her, younger than me. all the same age as her or younger. And some guys, a lot of LGBT community people follow her, but mostly women. And mostly women, they look up to her. And for her to be saying to this woman, call the cops for me, do this for me, keep pushing, we need you, keep pushing, I'm asking you to do it, do it. It's so messed up. It's selfish, it's messed up. It's just wrong. It really is. Karma is going to be a bitch. Karma is going to be a gigantic perjury case. I'm gonna go. No matter what you do with your life, don't do something that a celebrity is telling you to do on Instagram. Please. All right. Bye. Good night.